The Gamer Down.
Hello friends, and welcome once again to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Dark Hostess, and as you can hear, I have a bit of a cold today, so I'm even a little more nasally than usual, which is going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to try to make it through this because I can't just laze around all day. And here you are with me, looking around at the new area that we've just got into here. This is Quicksilver College. But first I want to show you the Hearth system in Rift. And this is also the travel system. And as you see, your first quest to get adjusted to the Hearth system and the traveling system here, it's a portal, basically. And you'll see on the mini map there, that's one of the first, the other portals that we'll first encounter. And you have to first discover another portal and do this first quest here to start being able to travel from point to point and portal to portal. So that's a little information on this. But yeah, this is your Hearthstone, and you can bind yourself to these portals, and when you use the little spell there, you get instantaneously transferred back to that portal. So it's easy enough. I think you get it. I explained it some in my last video as well. And now I just have to turn in a few quests here and see turtles everywhere. Lots of people have pre-ordered. I mean, look at that. I mean, almost every single person you see has a turtle mount, and that means they pre-ordered. So yeah, looking like it's going to be pretty crowded opening. And I think it's going to be a very popular opening. I think it's going to be even bigger than DC Universe. When DC Universe first, opened, I was there. I played a little DC Universe, and I've canceled though this month. I just can't see any more reason to keep playing that game. But when it first opened, it was very crowded. All the servers were full. Everything was looking good, and I think that this release is going to be a very good release. The game is very solid. I haven't found any bugs really. I just not the amount of bugs I would have expected, and it's very, very smooth. I mean, they obviously had some very competent coders, competent modelers, and a very competent crew who put this game together. And here we are, back at Quicksilver College, and there's somebody with a horse. Now you can see some of the different mounts. If you've looked around, while I've been playing this game, you'll see we've encountered about 4 or 5 different kinds of mounts. There's like one that looks kind of like a lion-headed beast, or I don't know. I mean, they have some very unique mounts. I mean, not only is it a turtle mount, it's a 2-headed turtle mount. But you can expect everybody and their dog's going to have that mount. But one of the nice things about having one of those turtle mounts is that you get it at a very early level, and so you can, and it's free. I mean, because the mounts in this game are kind of on the high side, and you won't have enough money to really get one until probably level 30 or something like that. Somewhere in that range. The gold isn't too bad, as you see that I've got 46 whole gold at level 10, and I've just earned that from doing quests. I mean, I imagine once the auction house starts rolling around and all that. And anyway, here I'm just looking around this college here, and this questing hub, I did not care for it, and that's one drawback is like in WoW. You have different areas you can go for a certain level. Like say you're level 20, and you can go to Dark Shore area, or you can go over to Red Ridge Mountains or something like that. But in this game, I'm pretty sure that there's only one hub. I mean, you're led by the nose from level 1 to hub to hub to hub, and you're led around by the nose, and you don't really get a lot of choices. But this questing hub here, it was just a damn grind fest. I didn't enjoy it one bit. I mean, it's just, there's like 8 quests, and the majority of them are just looting items, or loot an item and then you kill something that's spawned out of that item. And this very first quest here, all we do is walk around the road here and light the beacons for the weary travelers. And this quest was easy enough, you know. I guess it's just kind of to familiarize you with the area and show you the main routes around this little area here around Quicksilver College. And here we go. I mean, I had to look around for these these lamps. So as you see, they're on my mini map here, but they're kind of spread out a little bit. And I did a little. I had to edit this video so it wouldn't be 2 hours long, because I was looking around for the lamps for quite a while. So you're going to see a lot of Speedy Gonzales in this video, as I had to double the speed just so you wouldn't be completely bored out of your mind just watching me walk around. But the scenery is pretty. Yeah, I just slowed it down when I was looting the items. Maybe there will be somebody way in the future who they've looked for days and days for these lamps, and then they finally discover my video on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's where it's at, man!" And I will prevent them from committing suicide or something. Yeah, that's what I see in the future. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this little lamp quest in here, and like I said, you'll have to forgive me today. My nose is jacked. I woke up this morning, and it's just been one of those days, really. And alright, now we're gonna finally pick up some quests here. And you see that it looks like I'm completing a quest, and that's just from the rifts around here and how you auto-accept the quests. And okay, here we get started in this little section here, and for the very first part, we have to start praying. Which is what you're going to want to do when you get to this questing hub. You're going to pray to get the hell out of this questing hub. I mean, I hate to say it, but this was just a terrible, terrible place. I mean, I was just wanting to leave here. I spent several hours, and I won't torture you through all those hours because I had to edit the video, just so you wouldn't, and me and everybody else wouldn't be completely bored out of their skulls. And all right, we did our praying, and now we turn this into the head honcho over here, and then we're gonna get started on the other quests. And like I said, I mean, it's just a lot of loot item. I mean, I'm sure that if I mean, I'm going to into these quests as a complete newbie, and I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I mean, the quest text was a little bit convoluted, to say the least, and I walked right by several quest mobs and had no idea they were my quest mobs. And another thing is, this was the very end of the beta here, and it got so damn crowded, it got impossible to even loot one item. So I had to edit the video like 12 hours in between. I had to wait about 12 hours and came back the next morning, and it had cleared out a little bit. But as you see, like those guys we just walked by, those are a couple of the quest mobs that I just neglected to see. But this first part here, you see all the sparklies, all the pretty sparklies, and they're just everywhere. I mean, it's like these 3 quests here. You have to collect items, and it's just overload. I mean, complete overload. I'm not sure what the developers were thinking here. I mean, it's just you just get strewn all over the place with no real direction. I mean, of course it's marked on your map and everything, your mini map, but I mean, it's just a little too much. A little too many sparklies around here, and too many of the same types of quests. I mean, there's a couple of quests later on in this area that are interesting, but it's nothing, that we haven't seen before in 100 other MMOs. I mean, I was really hoping for some sort of innovation, some new types of questing, something new. I mean, you have to have something new. I mean, if you're gonna borrow so much from other games, you have got to have something that is your own to make this game your own. I mean, you cannot be just a complete clone. You have to have more than just rifts. You have to have more of an identity. You have to have your own identity. But here's one thing they can be proud of. I mean, look at that modeling. Isn't that cool? That upside down tornado. I mean, that is awesome. I mean, you have to admit it. But here in this quest, you have to create the 3 wands that you're going to end up using on those mobs I had showed you at the very beginning, the students. And also, you use them on those upside down tornadoes, but the text was just a little bit off, and I didn't understand it, so I cut out a large section of this video of me just walking around trying to figure out what the hell this quest was about. We use the wand on these familiars for these on these students and stuff. I don't know. You'll see later. But as you can see, like this other quest, all you do is you loot a book off the ground, and it spawns a little demon guy, and you kill the little demon guy. And here I'm starting. I left this in. I left all this walking in just so you could see, what this quest is all about, and what these quests are all about. You walk and walk and walk and just loot and walk and loot and walk and loot and loot and walk, and it's just ridiculous. And see, I found a little secret area over here with about like 10 sparkles. So, when you start playing this game, remember to check all the edges. That's another little tip. Always look. Start at the edges of a map, and or towards the back. Start towards the back, because that's usually where you'll find the most items. It's just you have to think like the developer. I mean, like when the developer's placing the item, he's thinking, all right, I want to put it in the very back, so they'll have to go through all this area and have to see it. So that is a little trick, I mean, I get maybe it's common sense, but I'm calling it a tip anyway. And here you can see there's lots of different kinds of mobs around here. They have like different titles, and it just seems to be for atmosphere mainly. But I really, I left, like I said, I left this in just so you could see how much just walking and walking around. And this is towards the end of the beta, when it was just hella crowded, and everything was looted. Everybody was fighting over books, fighting over mobs, and after a little while, I just got, I just said this is, not going to work out. So, in a short while here, I edit the video to about 12 hours later, and as you'll see that cat there, I wanted to kill that cat, but I'm just not that type of person. As an animal lover, that cat is going to live. And here we are, and me running around and running around and running around, looking and looking and looking for books. It's just, I mean, look how long this quest took. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Little bit overboard here. And not only that, you're looking at this at double speed. And here, hey, where is the college, man? It's like standing like right behind it. And here's another little tip. If somebody comes and asks you for directions, even if you don't know, just point, say, yeah, it's over that way. Point the opposite direction you're going in. And then they'll go that way, and you'll go your way. Yeah, everything's fine, and they'll know not to ask you again for directions. And see, he even says thank you. I hope he finds what he's looking for. I think I pointed him the correct way. I don't know, but as you can see, look at the crowd, look at all the people around, and can you just imagine the very first day of release? That's going to be probably even worse than this is. I mean, this is the beta, the very end of the beta. That was just a little cool scene, I thought. Yeah, I like that they've added those little atmospheric scenes there where mobs are fighting mobs and everything like that. And this is where I just could not find another item to loot. It had just got so crowded. I'd looked everywhere. I looked high, I looked low, and here's where I go to 12 hours later. There I am. This is much, much later, another time of day. And it was a better time of day. As you can see, there's still people around. This was, I believe, the last day of the beta, so everybody was trying to squeeze in as much time as they could. But just, I mean, this quest is just, I don't know, man. I hate it. I really hate this quest. I just cannot stand this quest. And the quest at this college. I don't know. I mean, I like how how it looks. I love how those buildings look, and I don't know. I mean, it's just too much of a good thing or a bad thing. And here's where I finally found the students that are for this the other quest here, where the wands. I dipped them in the different barrels. Then you use them on the students. And here, there, up here at the front, there's only about 50 or 100 here that I just totally walked by the first time. Right? And that would have made the quest a lot easier. So maybe look around before you start trying to just go ahead and questing and stuff. And that's something I actually do. When I'm really playing an MMO. I mean, this is more of a demonstration. I play a lot differently than you see me right here. I will usually go explore an area, but before I'll even begin questing. And there I'm turning in these quests here, and then you're going to see this is the nightmarish part. The next quest is basically the same damn thing as the last quest. I mean, there's just a little twist on it, but there's one part that ends with a kind of a mini boss fight, but there's nothing really to write home about. I mean, this area is just kind of uninspiring to me. I mean, there's just nothing new. I mean, as much as I do like this game. I feel like I've done all these things before. I would like something different. Just something different besides the rifts. And as you can see, there was that little ward stone over there behind me, right there. And that's one of the things we talked about in the last video, where the mobs have to destroy them, and then like the college falls down. So, but you can see these quests are just long and drawn out. It's collect this, or kill this. It's just just overload, too much. I mean, I never wanted to get out of an area so bad. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Westfall a little bit, where you had to kill so many Defias constantly. I mean, that's another pain in the ass. But things have been streamlined, I know, since Cataclysm, I believe. I'm sure that it's not as bad as it used to be. Maybe I should just stop bitching, huh? But that's what I do. Not bitch, but I review and I criticize games, so you as a consumer can have an honest judgment of a game before you buy it. I mean, I pay for these games, well, I didn't pay for the beta, but I buy a lot of games and I review them, so that you don't have to buy them if without knowing exactly what you're getting into. And you see that mob there? That's part of the quest we need, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly the hell is going on. Like where did that mob come from? And I started looking around this college here, and I was a little bit lost. I mean, like you see the markers there, but they the mob that I was looking for wasn't there, so it might have been already been killed. I mean, you can just see how many people are around here. I mean, it was just pretty ridiculous. And here, this quest here, a barrel full of goblins. it's exactly like the quest that we just endured of looting books, and a mob would spawn, except that mob was a little fire demon, and this time you loot a barrel and it's a little goblin guy. So, it's the same quest. I mean, it just needs to be some more variety. It's just a little too much. And here we go, looting another barrel. This whole area, everything about it was just loot mobs and kill the mob that spawned. So that's basically been it for this whole area. And I mean, I could see people leaving the game because of this area, honestly. I mean, maybe the Defiant side is better. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. I have a lot of issues with this little area here. And there's one more barrel. We're almost getting towards the end of this quest here. That guy, he's slept through everything. Somebody might want to go check on him. He's been sleeping there for at least 2 days, I know. Call 911, please. I'm gonna use Rip Van Winkle. Nothing seems to disturb that guy. I wonder if he's part of a quest later on. I doubt it, though. I'm pretty sure I made it through this whole area. And like I've said, I've got just tons of footage. I mean, I make it all the way to level 15, and I'm only level 10 now. So you can just imagine how much footage I have. Making it up to level 15. I believe I'll do like 3 more quest hubs, and that was there's a lot of stuff to see, and I hope I can get it all out before the game actually launches. And speaking of, it does release March 1st, so you might want to get on that pre-order if you want your turtle. You might regret it later. Say, oh man, I wish I'd pre-ordered. Here we are to this quest here. And with this quest, what we had to do is use the one on the upside down tornadoes, the familiars, and the students there. And as you see, we reveal the familiar for their true form. And when we do that, we have to kill it while the master freaks out over there in the corner. But at least we only have to do one of each. We have to do the one of the stone one, and then the fire one, and then that fleshy looking one over there. It kind of looks like Gloop from the Herculoids or something like that. Speaking of running out of time, I believe you get the early start if you pre-order. Like that you're like, I think you only have like a day left to do that, so might want to get on that too and check that out. And as you see, we got the little fire core, and I believe we just have one more to go. And there was this is part of the barrel full of goblins quest over here. As you can see, I finally make my way over to it. There were so many markers on this map, I just kept getting sidetracked. And here you see, this is the other familiar, and that's the one that turns to the little loop looking thing. I'm not exactly sure what the hell that is. It's interesting. I mean, you can't fault them for their creativity. And got rid of him. So we have to kill this Fire Lord guy. He's up here. These little suspicious looking guys. They do look suspicious. They really do. They look identical to each other. So, and yeah, you loot that item. You spawn the big guy, and what you do with this is don't worry about the minions. Just go ahead and go straight for the big guy there, and he goes down like a champ. And we're gonna start wrapping this video up here. And like I said, I have a ton more footage left, and we're gonna go turn these quests in, and we're gonna leave it there, and we'll pick it up there, right here, next time, right where we're at. And this has been the Gamer Down. I've been your host, Dark Hostess, and I'll see you real soon. Later.